Morning, guys. Today's July the 6th. Me and Jaden spreading some manure today. That pile down there, gonna go ahead and get rid of it. So I got my tractor out, 560, and borrowed my boss's manure spreader. It's a New Holland 795. I'll see that in a minute. Skid steer's still broke, so Jaden brought over Farmall 544. Got a trip bucket loader on it, so that's what he's gonna load it with. And yeah, we're going with some videos of spreading some manure. Down in the field and start loading up. The spreader might be a little big for the tractor. I pulled it home yesterday. I don't know, 6 or 7 pounds. It's going. Stuff thrown in it for a long time, so it's pretty rough down in there, but the stuff's composted pretty good, I can tell you that. Guess next time he's got to go up a little further. Since it's a trip bucket. I guess it's gonna be difficult today. Gotta figure it out. So this spreader, the beaters on the back are PTO driven. So they move with the PTO shaft, but then the hydraulics moves the floor on the chain. It's got a set of remotes that moves the chain to take the crap to the back. I'm thinking we can get this in all 2 loads. I'm not gonna fill the spreader all the way up. I want to spread it pretty light so I can get a lot of the field done. And also, like I said, this spreader's a little big for the tractor. I don't want to fill it up a whole lot. I think 2, maybe 3 loads. That'll get it done. Cows are up there watching us. Like I said, that stuff's real heavy. I know when I moved it with the skid steer and it wasn't even that old, it's pretty heavy. Plus it's been raining a lot the past few days. It's supposed to rain today actually, that's why we're trying to get this done quick. Alright, I'll set up the GoPro and I'll bring it back when we're spreading. He's dumping the last scoop in for this load. Like I said, we didn't fill it very full. I got the hydraulic setting on how much pressure goes through it set at 2, because I want it to run out pretty slow. He's gonna park this thing down in here and then we're gonna get out of here. The cows come and see what we're doing. Alright. Doing the last load here. This is load number 4. We haven't been filling it full like you saw in them other clips. Just about a foot below the sides. So it's quite a few buckets, but this pile is bigger than it looks. After this load, we just gonna clean up the equipment, let the cows back in here. I locked them up there in that little pen so we could just leave the gate open to drive out of. Y'all can see the lean-to. We almost got the roof finished. We just got like a quarter of the metal left to put on. But other than that, it's done. Yeah, the skid steer, the control module, that whole thing that mounts on the side, I think it went bad. So the skid steer won't start or move or anything. So that's why Jaden's over here using this thing. It's his dad's. Put the setting between 4 and 5 now. This tractor handles it pretty well. The only thing I would say is number 1, the brakes don't stop it. Brakes work, but the spreader's heavy, especially with manure in it. And the grass is wet. So as long as you're not going downhill and you try to press the brakes and roll down there, you just gotta have your TA forward so that way it doesn't, so it stops itself. And then the other thing is once all the manure gets to the back half, after it's past the axles, it lifts up this front pretty bad. And PTO shaft rubbed on that pin just a tad. Because I can't lower my fast hitch any. My fast hitch quit working. So it just stays up all the time, so I can't lower it. So I can't put the tongue down any. Looks like he's got maybe 4 or 5 scoops left. This pile we've had for a year, just kind of keep adding to it. So while the grass was short, we got our hay made. I didn't have any videos from that because I was at work the whole haymaking process. So I didn't get to take any videos. We didn't use this tractor, we used my Russell's 504 because my tractor was leaking really bad out of these hydraulic plugs over here. So by the time I got new ones, we were done with hay. Yeah, that's what we're spreading on. And then hopefully in a month we'll be making second cutting. I will try my hardest to get some video of that. I should. The little tractor handles it pretty well. Yeah, I'm impressed this tractor is pulling the spreader as good as it is. Going uphill and everything, that's fine. Of course, the field, it's pretty hilly up there and down there. But alright, well, we're gonna finish getting this loaded and spread. Well, we got all of the manure spread yesterday. If you saw, it was 4 loads. Just littler loads. If we would have filled it full, it could have been 2 full loads. But at first, when we got up there the first time around, the chain wasn't moving. So turns out we had the hoses hooked up backwards, so we changed the hoses and then it worked fine. I pressure washed the equipment last night, took the spreader back to work. That's where the tractor's at. I left it there last night. So it was raining, so I couldn't drive it home. But it did about half the field. I did some up there, and then I did down at the bottom and some over here. So it did about half the field. It would have been nice if we had more, but cows are always outside and the chickens and goats are always outside. We don't have a horse right now, so I don't really get a whole lot of manure to spread. But glad we got some. We got it spread. Tractor did pretty good. I was pretty impressed. That spreader is a little big. I don't know if I said what model it is, but it's a New Holland 795. Yeah. So anyways, guess that'll be the end of that video. Yeah, I guess we'll be using the tractor again when we make hay here in a month or so. So be looking for that video, but thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.